Yo guys, how you doing? Today we're not welcome back and we're doing the same thing we did last time because today has been challenging. You may notice that I'm eating. And this is my dinner, unfortunately, which my dinner is extremely nutritious today. I've got some sugar snap peas. They're lovely. But that's it. Oh, blimey. So, what we're going to be doing today was carrying on with Lenny and Carl. Obviously, Carl has to be the little gimpy dude that goes with him. And we've got Lenny and Carl assembled, ready to go. I'm super happy about. And we've done things like mount all of the bits of terrain doing use for this diorama on basis for ease of painting. But I haven't had a chance to get any of the plasticard work done. I haven't had a chance to undercoat it, obviously, as you can see. And so there's too much stuff to do before I can bring that back to the stream, really. Nothing really has changed about it, although instead of using this little power generator, which looks cute, but it does look like just a collection of sprues that have been cut up and glued together. Des, thank you very much for that, host. Instead, we're going to use this little 3D printed fan. I'm going to drill these bits out, though, so it looks a little bit more like a fan and not whatever. That is Frog Lane Studio! Thank you very much for that raid, dude. So, in the chat, as well as all the folks we've got from Frog Lane Studio, we've got Viking, Too Many Sprues, Meaty Hooks, Main Unit, Datsun Des, Lexica, I think, A Cold Arkaville, Wraith, how you doing, bro? We're painting your Blood Angels tonight, mate. Kets, Meaty Hooks, honestly, mate, not a problem. Snake, Maladeus, hey, no worries, dude. Atlantis 3210, Snorsus, Breathe Hole 1, thank you very much for that, host. Frog Lane Studios, how is your stream, man? And Polly says, stand your ground. Well, tonight we're not standing our ground, we're advancing our ground on these Blood Angels. So I've been painting these as part of our commission for Wraith 1 UK. We are going to be, yeah, the hair does stand, but like barely. I got rained the fuck on earlier on. And so the Mohawk is losing some power, but it's still vertical. That's the thing. Yeah, it's been a day. So we're going to do these. We've been recording the Honor Guard for next week's YouTube video. Tomorrow's Patreon video will go up as you'd expect it to. But here's where we're at. A very, very nice red for our Blood Angels. If you want to see how to do this, wait till next Friday when this section will be up on YouTube. How to paint your Blood Angels. And the week after, it's going to be how to do all of the other bits that make these Blade Guard look super, super cool. So, and that includes some pretty lit power swords. I'm reasonably sure they're not Blood Ravens, because Blood Ravens apparently only get to this stage, Too Many Sprues, and then, you know, problem exists between Airbrush and Operator. You know, just saying. So, we've got some Incursors, which I actually really like. I think these are really, really cool minis. And we've got some Eradicators, which I personally hate, and in no way, shape, or form own 12 of these. Whew. You know, hashtag Deathwatch for the win. Hey! Fuck's sake. It was a good scream, just chilling with old school Harlequins. Nice, bro. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get a lot of base coats down. This bit's going to be relatively chill. And then after we've done the first half of the stream, getting all that out of the way, then we will do some fun stuff like we've got a couple of faces we can paint. This guy is scarred a little bit. So there's some interesting parts of his face going on there. And we've got this guy who, frankly, I want to look a little bit like Darth Vader. Not James Earl Jones, not the young lad who was in Jumper. I can't remember his name. Hayden Scott. I don't know. Scott Hayden. Whatever. Some dude. But I mean like the actual real I am horribly pale and definitely dead. That kind of Darth Vader. Hayden Christensen. There we go. I knew he had a surname that was basically a first name. Christian. Right. Sorry, So, quick base coat time. Let's get some black paint. Got some Thramar black on deck. Try to hide cocks in the painting of them. Gonna have a heavy thunder hammer on Deathwatch Sergeant? No. Big Sir. Not having mini marines. You can't believe Darth Vader is a farmer in your province. What? Was Dave Prowse the actor that played Vader in the original film then? So I know nothing about Star Trek. Cool. Today I learned. Lee, how you doing, man? Hayden Christensen is a farmer in Ontario. Brilliant. Listen, Jason, I don't watch Battlestar Trek Lactica. I have absolutely no knowledge of what you kids are doing with, like, Buck Rogers today. This is all completely foreign to me. Perhaps the dude in the suit, the actual face scene was another actor, I believe. Oh, okay. How many Darth Vaders were there in one film? It's like, hey, go and grab Jimmy. We need him for his voice because he sounds epic. And you over there that doesn't look like you've seen a lot of sun. We're using you in this. Jesus. I'm a huge fan of Interstellar Conflict. Brilliant. Flash Borden was great in Battlestar Wars. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. The way that those two droids... what were their names? I want to say one of them was called Twinkie. The other one must have been called like Lala or Poe or something. They were great. Jones voiced it, Price walked it, and then some other dude was the head. Fuck's sake. Wow. Fair enough. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone else be played by 3 separate people in the same movie that don't involve, like, stunt doubles. Oh yeah, they were Teflon Tubbies. That's the one. That's the one. Too many Spruce has had enough. We just need Tilts here to actually flip his shit now. Speaking of, we have sent away all of the giveaway prizes, all of the commissions. That's been one of the reasons why today has been, if I'm being completely frank, an absolute shit show. I've got whiskey here, but I can't have whiskey before I finish my dinner. So... I think we're called Mork and Mindy. Oh shit, that might have been. Nanu. I loved that show as a kid. My favourite part in all of it was an episode he walked into the kitchen and there was some eggs. And he picked up an egg and like, fly! This was broken. So, we've managed to get to the post office today. Twice. because the first time I went to the post office, they were shut for lunch. At 2:10. That was annoying. Why is 2:10 a good time for lunch? Also, I've seen at least 4 different people at the post office. Why do you not have staggered lunch? See, that was that was great. That was great because it annoys me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sounds like my day. Spent an hour, 3 hours trying to breed blades. That's the amount the seals blue break. Oh, Jesus. Brake fluid's not really something you want spilled everywhere either. That sucks. Yeah, it's only like a 5-minute walk. But got there. Yeah, okay, so it's going to be 20 minutes. That's 5-minute walk home, then wait around for 10 minutes. Yeah, I may as well get my steps in, you know. So I came home, had a coffee, went back out. Sebastian Shaw, okay. You had lunch at 20:10. Mate, I'm having my dinner now on stream, which I feel extremely unhappy about, because mostly I just feel it's unprofessional. And despite all of the shit that we do on stream, I do like to try and present it as a professional stream. You know. Try and reserve eating on camera to those days like the crazy long streams. Just War Wild. Thank you for the follow. How's the unemployed going? Most of this week has been a blast, to be honest, mate. I've really enjoyed it. I had to take my... Oh, God. I had to take my laptop into the office today. So that was like the very, very last office-related thing I'd ever have to do. And I'd arranged to meet our head of IT yesterday. And he messaged me yesterday and said, look, I can't make this afternoon, mate. Can you drop it off tomorrow morning? And so I was like, well... Sure, it means I'm leaving it in the car overnight, but, you know, I'll hide it and so on. No big drama. Brett, how you doing, bro? He's J. Stewart Wild. It could have been. Yes. Yes, J. Stewart Wild. Oh, God, that's what kind of day we've had, bro. So sorry. So sorry. Cheers, Des. Open door and frisbee, not even fucking close. So, I was going to park at the office. Couldn't. No room. Because, and my company's full of fuckwits. Because they have decided to close certain parts of the car park. Kamek, thank you very much for the follow. Commission, oh, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Let's get one of the slightly more advanced minis out. There you go, look at that red. Look at that beautiful, beautiful red. Especially on that helmet. This is super easy. This is going to be next week's YouTube video, is literally how to get to this point. Red Dragon minis! Thank you very, very much, bro. 5 months. Absolute legend. Just followed you on Insta. Been meaning to watch your streams. Oh, nice, bro. Nice. Well, I'm glad you found your way here. Yeah, my company, like I was saying, they've basically shut a couple of floors in the multi-story car park. Fuck knows why. And then between each car, they've put out, like, they've blocked off parking spaces with like traffic cones. A-Cold, brilliant. Brilliant. I was wondering where that was going when I started reading it. And that wasn't where I expected, to be honest. So yeah, they've cut off half the car park space. And of course, everywhere else is full. So I then had to park away from the office. Because I didn't want to pay for parking just for a 2-minute sort of trip in and out in case it took longer. And thank God that was my plan. He's another of mine, AJ Sadler's IRL friends. Oh, sweet. Poop, I need to find my phone as I can't Prime sub on my Kindle. You're watching on a Kindle? That's awesome. Socially distanced M cars. Absolutely. It's a fucking melter gun. It doesn't have a barrel. It's a projection weapon. So take your drill the barrel for fuck's sake in caps. Turn that sumbitch sideways and stick it straight up your candy ass. We've had a little bit of some WWE action on one of the screens today. As a result, just channeled my inner Dwayne Johnson there. Dear, oh dear. Microwave projection. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a microwave gun. Besides which, drilled barrel. Drilled barrel. Drilled barrel. Drilled barrel. Drilled barrel. Yeah. Even fucking auxiliary drilled barrel. To cry some more, I'll give you something to cry about. So anyway, that took longer than it should have done. And became a 2-mile round trip. So we've got our steps in today. My other half and I went for a walk last night. Took a slightly different route to normal, thinking, you know, won't add that much to the journey, but it'd just be a nice change. Added a mile and a half. Like, oh fuck. Got back home. I'm done. But it was a good walk. It's a good walk. Getting our exercise, eating our greens. Painting minis can be funny. It doesn't have to be super serious, unless it's super serious. But I'm glad I can be entertaining while painting these little bloody vent bits. Kakita87 coming in with a raid. Let's get some love in the stream and some follows as well. How you doing? Drilled my melter. Is that wrong then? I think so. I think so. I don't think melters should have drilled barrels. I think they're an energy weapon that works off of like a filament would be the wrong thing, but put it this way, I've never seen a melter that's been drilled. Darker Design, how you doing? And Janelle Sam, what up? Should you green stuff your melter guns? Yeah. Haha, funny. Or Uda's milk tastes funny. Funny how? Quote me that film. Come on, name that film. Funny how? It's a fantastic film. Very famous. So my old man is doing a 40k TTS League and played one of the top players in the US Monday. Nice! How did he do? Lee, I knew you'd get it. Yeah, melters aren't, to me, they're not a projectile weapon. So they have no barrel. Lost 95-78. Not bad at all. Who did he play? Just trying to sort of scroll through my inner list of top players in the US. And the side of the Art of War guys. To me, that leaves like Brandon Grant. TJ Lanigan. Cullen Burns. Oh, okay. He was playing Raven Guard? That's a bold choice these days. Not something you see very often. They have their uses. They're super sneaky, super stealthy. There's some missions you can do with them. Like 15th on BCP. Fair. Metal guns work by firing a blast of pure fusion-based heat engine. You can vaporize most organic troops and even melt adamantium. Seen drilled metals, they shoot like beams of superheated material. It's got to come out somewhere. For me, they like vibrate the like particles in a line. So yeah, why do you need a projectile for that? Right, I think that's all of the black on this dude. No more bits of venting stuff to do. So like I said, we're just going to get the base coats of all the black done. So that's one thing out of the way. It'll free up time for me over the next couple of days to do some more work on Lenny and our diorama that we're working on. And then we're going to start doing the fun things like the faces. Because why not? Why not? Let's have some fun. Get the mini marine dev kit. The multi-melter is pre-drilled / molded with a hole. Is it really? See, this is definitely a very polarizing discussion. I don't see the need for it. I don't see the need of a drilled melter at all. For me, that's not how it works. I mean, has anyone ever seen, not a drilled plasma cannon, because I know there is one with a slight recess, but a plasma gun with a drilled barrel? Because I've never seen that one. ACOL, that's kind of the way I was looking at it. So it doesn't necessarily fire, it doesn't like vomit out a ball of superheated whatever, but it creates a beam by heating up the air. All heat is essentially like supercharged particles, so that's particles with more energy. If they've got more energy, they vibrate. So it's not to say that it's not creating that heat by vibrating the particles in the air. At that point, these things here, I suggest, are just to cool down the barrel. Maybe it's not a suppressor or anything like that, but just to help with heat regulation. When you think about the other melt up to 40k, the Blight haulers are pre-hollowed multi-melters. Oh, are they? Fair. Well, I'm not doing it. No, I don't care. In my headcanon, this is it. Tell you what, I'll do it if the new multi-part version of this kit has pre-drilled barrels. There you go. So if somebody goes and has a look at the picture, if we find out that these are pre-drilled on the new version of the kit, new Eradicator kit, then I'll do it. If not, no way. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. I'll let the bot lady read that out, but thank you very much.
sleep well tonight, cause I will be thinking the melted thing out.
I want sleep tonight. They are drilled on the new kits. Are they really? Yeah, they are. Okay. In fact, they're not just drilled, they are drilled. That hole goes all the way through the front end of this thing. That's impressive. Okay, so we're going to drill some barrels then. That's fine. It's not like we've painted that part of the mini. Even if we had, wouldn't make any real difference. So, remember, I subbed at 2126. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Let's see how long the bot takes to recognize you today, Crooked Grin. Let's take some bets. I reckon about an hour and a half. So 4 minutes to 11. Vents on the side too, like anyways. They've got vents on the side, but I'm certainly not going to drill all of this out of there and then cut through those. That's just not fucking happening. A, that's a really, really good way to completely break it. And B, that's way too much like hard work, so that can do one. But that's interesting to know. I have 3 of that new kit on its way to me to turn into some Indomitor kill teams, I think is the right one. What we're going to do for the Death Watch. Red looks awesome. Cheers, dude. So that's going to be next week's YouTube video, is how to do this red. And it is unbelievably simple. 4 pots of paint. That's it. You're not looking at a long drawn out process. It's super, super easy. And we'll explain all the process as well as the colours used. It's done in a very similar style to the Dark Angels, just obviously with red and not green. You keep my phone handy. I don't know if they give me the option either. Oh, right, I see. Paint glowing effect on the end. No, probably heat scoring. The All Gravis list, not quite All Gravis. In fact, quite a lot of not Gravis. Zombies! Hello. How you doing? Let's get some love on the stream for Zambi. She's a great streamer. Paints some really, really cool shit as well. I watched some of your joint stream you did with... no, it was another lass. I can't remember her name. Were you doing a vid on painting vehicles? Probably in about 3 weeks on YouTube. Dices, that's the one. Thank you. Yeah, it was a really good stream. So, how to paint vehicles coming soon. And it will go for like any marine tank. You just change the colours to whatever colour of Space Marines it might be you want to do. Chaos, normal, whatever. Painting a tank is exactly the same process, regardless of what the tank is. It could be a guard tank, same process, unless you want camo, and then it's obviously slightly different. But yeah, that's coming up. That'll be the next, might be the next Patreon one after How to Paint Red. Oh no, I already got that one planned, which is the how to do the detail on the Blood Angels. So that one's still to come. And I just realised there is much more black to do on the Sergeant, because I need to paint his shoulder insets and these guys' shoulder trim. We've got like various different elements of the Mini to paint different colours, which is going to be slightly confusing to begin with, I'm sure. And I'll end up missing a few and have to come back in pretty much without a doubt, but it's okay. This black is not getting so much a good coverage over the red, so we've got a second thin coat to do at some point, but we won't do that today, not on stream. Let's get these vents, then we'll do the shoulder pad trim, and then we'll go back to the Sergeant quick, and we'll paint in the black fields on his shoulder pads. Basil Stams, peace out. Take care. So yeah, for the Deathwatch army, the way I'm going to paint them is once a month we'll do a stream weekend. And it'll probably be the last weekend of the month. So barring other things happening, the first one probably last weekend of March. Because last weekend of April is, of course, the stream's anniversary, our 2-year birthday. I'm hoping between now and then we've got partner. Remember, this month we're trying for partner. So be in a chat, speak and chat and talk shit to me, whatever you need to do. If you can be here for streams, that'd be ideal, but obviously only if you can. Real life comes first and all that jazz. We didn't paint his arse either. And the reason we're pushing for partner is so that on our 2-year anniversary, the people that have been here for 2 years can get a 2-year badge, which is the obvious reason to need to be partner. That's the entire reason, in fact, why we want to be partner. There's no other point to it. It's just I want people like Rocky and Janelle Sen to have their 2-year badge. Oh, mental. But it is what it is. But what we're going to do with the Deathwatch is we're going to paint a unit of dudes and a character every weekend, because I've got 5 units, like 5 kill teams, and I have 4 characters, and one of the kill teams is a 5-man unit of infiltrators. Never remember their names. All the Space Marines sound exactly the same to me now, which is really, really annoying. Especially when your client says, oh, I need you to paint so-and-so, and you've got one vision in your head, and you're like, nope. Rocky has been about here and there, infrequently. He's very busy right now. But I spoke to him both yesterday and today. I spoke to him last week as well. He and I chat every now and again, just in general, on Discord. Like, Rocky's an OG, how can you not? So we're going to paint one of the kill teams and a character, and then we'll do, again, the same, the next available month that we have, and so on, until they're all painted. So it takes the pressure off me a little bit. All I've got to do is assemble one unit and a character a month in my spare time. Should be way easy to do. It means that there's going to be no manic rush for getting all of the heavy intercessors. Although I will probably buy 2 of that box, the kill team box, because I will want the Necron stuff out of it as well. Want those Chronomancers, and we want some flayed ones, man. Just want the 1 unit, like enough for a big unit of 20. But Chronomancers, they're pretty legit on the tabletop. Loving those guys. Serial Freehand as well. No, because they're not actually going to be Deathwatch. Although hang on, let me explain that. So they're going to be played as Deathwatch. They're going to have Deathwatch shoulder pads. So physically the model will be a Deathwatch mini. But I'm creating my own custom chapter for them, and I want them to have a storyline as if they are an inquisitorial chapter. So I don't know if anyone remembers this, but like way back in the day, I don't think Nick's here. He might be here. If he's here, he's probably on his bike. He tends to do his exercise while watching the stream, and he cycles for like 50 plus miles. which is torture enough. So why he's watching me, I have no idea. So yeah, we're going to have a custom chapter based on back in the old days where there was a little bit of lore about Inquisitors just basically requisitioning a chapter. Zombies, cheers for that host! Absolute legend. My parents was waiting for the heavy intercessors. They look pretty sick. They do look pretty sick. They look really, really good on paper. Especially as ablative wounds for the 4 Eradicators in that kill team. That can fall back and shoot because there's an Inceptor in there as well. Just for a CP. And then there's an Apothecary standing by just to bring back those ablative wounds and so on. It's a rough list. Like this is a I've got no friends Deathwatch Marine list. But it's a tournament list, so that's totally fine. But the colour scheme I'm thinking of going with, obviously, it's a silver arm. A la Deathwatch. Yeah. What's the best shade for red and white? I use Cadal Red. That's my favourite red. And for white, I tend to just use white ink. So Dalarani or Liquitex white artist acrylic ink. You're putting me I Want No Friends list. It's a relatively I Want No Friends list, but equally, again, this is a tournament list. And it will evolve and things will get added to it over time. And the reason we're starting with Deathwatch, because I want to be able to play any kind of Marines, which is why we're not painting them as Deathwatch per se. We're painting them as my own chapter. The reason we're starting with the Deathwatch is because that's going to give me a solid base of lots of different things. Like, and then, let's say I decide I want to play White Scars and have a lot more Outriders. I can just pick up another couple of Outriders, and then there we go. We've got a big White Scars detachment. So I can just pick up a few Dreadnoughts and do Iron Hands Dread Spam. So it's a good start to a list. And the colour scheme I'm going with, or at least the colour scheme I'm thinking of going with, is a dark but still vivid blue. It's the main armour colour. Silver arm on the correct side, the Deathwatch side. And then some elements of bone cut in. So, not the shoulder pad. That's a no. Because the last thing I want to do is make it look like we've got half a Blood Raven in blue. But probably one or both knee pads. Almost certainly every Marine will have a helmet stripe that comes down like that. I love that. We did it on one of Nick's Dark Angels to show he was a corporal in the unit. So that if he combat squadded them, if instead of combat squadding them, he ran them as 2 separate units of 5 rather than 1 unit of 10, he'd know instantly which one the sergeant is. So we've got all of those sorts of plans going in to make the army look a little bit more unique. Sergeants will probably just have a full bone head because you want the bone head leading the unit. You know, I love the helmet stripes. Alternate timeline Astral Claws. Why would you do an alternate timeline? I don't even understand any of their lore, so that's kind of lost on me. But please explain. I'd love to know. Yeah, that's the rough idea of the army. And the list is gross. Like I've said, it's a take no prisoners, make no friends list. But I'm totally fine with that. It's a tournament list. That's kind of the point of it. Current timeline is Red Corsairs. Oh, shit! That explains why I don't know who the fuck the Astral Claws are. Nice. Nice. And there's something else I thought I'd missed. Was it just the shoulders? His butt. Didn't paint the butt. Gotta do that booty. So, yeah, the list is 2 Indomitor kill teams. So that's 5 heavy intercessors, 4 eradicators, and a inceptor. One's got a plasma inceptor. One has the regular bolt gun, or heavy bolter-ish dude. Then there's 2 Fortis kill teams, I think they are, that have got 5 intercessors and 5 outriders, which may or may not be combat squadded before the game starts. Depends very heavily on the terrain, because the bikes in those detachments, as long as there is a single intercessor, count as infantry for purposes of moving through terrain, which is disgusting. So we've got 2 of those. That's 2 kill teams exactly the same. Then we've got a Sneaky Boys kill team, which I totally haven't forgotten the name of. Spectrus kill team. I should put Primaris in. Cool, that makes sense. We got just 5 infiltrators in that team, nothing else, no extra dudes. Because their job is to bodyguard the Phobos Librarian that will be up the field. And he's got some cool, there's some fucking great Deathwatch powers. Like really, really great Deathwatch powers. One of them is just a pick a unit and it gets a 5+ feel no pain. So give a unit of toughness 5, 3 wound monstrosities with a 5 up invulnerable save because of the captain that's in there with his big relic magic shield. That gives a bubble of 5++. And then you can just choose that unit and give it feel no pain. So have some disgusting resilience, old school style. By the way, when they inevitably don't kill a model, that's what the apothecary's there for. Ping. Tilts, how you doing, bro? Love the whole lore idea created around cool mucking around with heretic gene seed. Is that what it... Fair. Making an alternate thing for MS means a little too close to the original Legion or one of the heretic legions just to mess with going on. Maybe. Cool strikes me as a bit of a devious sumbitch, so... Glad you like him, dude. Yeah, dropped that off last night. Tilts is now in possession of an Armiger, a Rivalcraft basing kit, and some tufts. So, we've got Librarian, his sneaky man, and his job is to get up the battlefield before the first turn, and this is why there's that Spectrus kill team in there, just to help him out through any indirect fire and so on, so he can't just get sniped off first turn. And by the time you put Transhuman on something that's got a 3-up armor saving, cover, and 10 wounds, you're probably okay to live through most things. Sorry, 2-up armor saving cover. What are you talking about? His job is to use the Beacon Angelus to just grab one of these units of 4 of these and the heavy intercessors. A Scorpion, get over here! Kind of job. And then suddenly they're in Melter range turn 1. The Chaplain on bike, who's my Warlord, will be rexing up the field. And he's got the Vigilance Incarnate Warlord trait, which is a Deathwatch one. Picking it within 6. Then pick a battlefield roll they reroll 1s to wound against that battlefield roll. So that means you've got your heavy intercessors mowing down troops if you've chosen troops as your like kill team Xenos Hunters specialization. And your eliminators are just wrecking tanks and monsters. So brilliant. Protocol base that arrives. I've noticed you've not reproduced that paint up 10 more times, right? Bear in mind, we did use Deathless Metal from P3, Copper from Vallejo Model Air Metallic, and because they have made this difficult to get to with these bloody cables, I painted Strong Tone as well as Vallejo Gunmetal, Vallejo Silver, and some Dark Tone. So if you want to reproduce it using exactly the same colours, you will need to do a little bit more shopping, but not a humongous amount. These Blood Angels are commissioned, mate. And the How to Paint Red guide will be on YouTube on Friday. Then the next Patreon guide will be how to take this paint scheme. This is the furthest along we've got one of them. And those, look at the fucking armour on that. Just look at that helmet. That is the softest blend through. God, it's glorious. Look at that in comparison. The only difference between those two is a highlight. That's it. That's the only... obviously, I've put some black paint on this one. But, yeah. That's it. Is that their new colour just for guns? It's not new. Not new. So... yeah, the next one on Patreon will be all about how to take all of the details and work them up. So the base coat, obviously, there's going to be a lot of black base coats to do. You can see that during what we've been working on so far this evening. But the work up from that, we've got plenty to do. And they're going to look pretty gangster. My client has taken a little bit of a inspiration from the work that I've done in the past and the work I was just telling you about in my Death Watch. And we're going to be doing things like helmet stripes instead of full coloured helmets. So these aren't going to get blue helmets. They're going to get a blue helmet stripe. So yeah, it's going to be a cool looking army when it's done. And there's loads to do. We've got a how to paint tanks guide coming up soon. I'm hoping as well to have things like a how to paint Custodes Dreadnoughts guide this month, because I've only got 7 of those to paint on top of a Blood Angels army. You know, easy, right? Easy. Super simple. The Talon Ogrin on Discord whip section would really appreciate your opinion on the cut scheme. Nice, man, we will do. We'll get to that later on. I might have been able to drink some whiskey by now after eating my dinner. So what else in the list? We've got Chaplain, Vigilance Incarnate as one Warlord trait. Wise Orator is a second Warlord trait. We've got a Primaris Apothecary on foot, obviously. Selfless Healer. Crooked Grin! 30 minutes, not bad. 8 months, baby, he says. It did well. It did well this time. It's learning. It's adapting. It's become self-aware. Gotta kill the bot now. Crooked Grin exposed Skynet. Is that everything in the army? Selfless Healer, Apothecary, Variant, Captain with Big Relic Shield. Yeah, it is. That's pretty much it. The cute support, brilliant. Patrick Stewart was great as Picard. Has anyone watched the Picard series, the newer stuff? I thought that was pretty epic. Really enjoyed it. Then again, pretty much everything that guy's done, I've thought, has been pretty on point. Brilliant. Tilts, even I know that Picard wasn't the original Star Trek. Wow. Weak hand, man. Weak hand. You can never correct me about Star Wars shit ever again, though. It's going to cause you no end of mental anguish. Right, we will drill these barrels, but we're going to do it off stream because we're going to use the rotary drill. We're going to put a tiny hole in there, and then we're going to take a larger drill bit after drilling a pilot hole to just widen them out. We'll get that done. I've never once drilled a melter gun. Ever. And apparently that's the way they're meant to be now. GW making some pre-drilled melters. That's what we gotta do. So to Craig, awesome, dude. I'm glad you booked in. Let me just double check the calendar. Got you down for Monday the 22nd at midday. Awesome, mate. Also, have you had that Minotaur? It's been sent, and I've not seen you much to find out if it's arrived. You should have it, because Khan got to Big Brom, and he lives up your neck of the woods, so... Nick, I will do, mate. Gotta get your lessons in. Also, Nick, good evening. How you doing? I imagine you must have been pretty busy because you were on about dropping those crons off on Monday. And so I'm guessing that work has kept you pretty occupied. Hope everything's okay, man. Miss package letter at the house, been in the gym with somebody, haven't got a chat. Awesome, good. Just make sure you get there before they go, oh, he's not fucking interested, and send it back. But I'm glad. J Diddy 40-ish. Brilliant. Thank you for the follow. I think they have no projectiles and have a flat panel inside the metal cowling, but the metal bit at the front is to stop people burning their hand on it. Looking at the... so let's get right in on the Eradicator box. These are the new boys. That guy at the front and the guy at the back right. You can see straight through those barrel ends. So, yeah. They're fully hollow by the looks of it. Well, actually not that much of a hole. Yeah, we might get away with just a normal sized drill on that. We'll see. But apparently these are good kits. A friend of mine got some of the new Blade Guard today, and he's absolutely chuffed with them. So, flat panel against the body of the gun, maybe. I don't know, mate. Now I don't know at all. My entire worldview on melter weaponry has been changed. Shock to the core. Nick, that's no problem, dude. If it's Sunday, then give me some advance warning, and I will come back from Jackie's a little earlier so I can meet you here. Unless you mean like Sunday morning, which is still possible, but she'll be less happy. So this is the last one of these 3 to do. And we are at nearly 10 o'clock. So what we'll do next then, rather than start blocking in all the black areas and base coats on our infiltrators, we will paint a guy's face. Let's do something a little bit more fun. We've got a sergeant there who's got a James Earl Jones, not James Earl Jones, not the other guy, but Dead Vader. Gonna do that kind of complexion. Just gonna do some interesting skin tones. Like, I get the feeling that Baal is a bit of a shit space to be. Especially because it got, like, mostly fucked over by Tyranids, right? So that there's definitely some lore nerds here that will know this better than I do. And I haven't listened to the audiobook I've got of that yet. The Devastation of Baal. Haven't had a chance to get through it yet. But am I right in thinking that Baal is a horrid place? Sleepy D, cheers for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Oh, was that in Space Marine, Gumbalina? I played it, I never got that far. Right, I asked this question in the Patreon members chat earlier on and didn't get much of a response. But tomorrow night I have no painting lessons. So we have a night off, which is rare. To have a night where I'm not seeing Jackie, not streaming, not teaching, is a very, very rare thing. And so I wondered, I think Cheltenham ×2. Cheltenham isn't that bad, bro. Not that bad. Parts of it are fucking horrible. Side-scrolling shooter was multiplayer. Was that the Eternal Darkness, I want to say it might have been? Funky! How you doing? So, I thought about doing a little bit of a sort of community night where we could play Among Us, which is a fun game. Could stream it, because that would be fun. So I'm thinking maybe 8 till 10 UK time. Still gives me time to go and chill out, get my head down. Yeah. Great Yarmouth over 2, brilliant. Is that like 0.3 of a Birmingham? So, yeah. Who's up for it? If we can get at least 8 people for all of that time, then it's worth playing. If we can't, it's kind of not. Found it was called Kill Team. Okay. I didn't even know they made a game called Kill Team. Fair. It's about 0.3 of a Skegness, that's 0.4 of a Blackpool, or quarter of a... Okay. Okay. I understand all... No, I understand 2 of those 3. Thought about ordering a little channel tournament on Tabletop Simulator? No, because I fucking hate Tabletop Simulator. I've got no interest in it whatsoever, having played and had a positive but not necessarily enjoyable experience, and then had a negative and extremely unenjoyable experience against someone that was just being a cock. And then the table kept breaking and he kept discollecting and fucking... Ugh. So this means you've fucked off the Halo. Okay. So far then, let's get some, like, I'm in from the chat. Give us your, like, RSVP. Who fancies the game? We'll rotate players in and out if we've got more than 10. I don't think you can do, like, a spectator mode. But we've got a, obviously, Discord. We can all have a chat. Drinking will be mandatory. I'm putting that out there now. You know, whenever you get killed, whenever you get voted out, got to take a drink. Can't do Fridays. I'm washing my hair. Both of them. We should try Tunnel Crusade 2. Shitloads of us versus Nits. Never played of it. D&D tomorrow. Nice. Right. Is that all of the black bits on this dude? Yeah. So we're going to give these shoulder pads and a quick coat because they desperately need it. And then let's start painting this dude's face. So, Bhaal, it turns out, is not as bad as a Birmingham. But I was thinking it more in terms of its climate rather than, like, its population of fucking scallywags. Are the Sons of Sanguinius normally a little bit on the pasty side? Are we thinking... vampires looking a little bit more like Twilight and a little bit less than Dracula Untold? Yeah. Top and bottom. Brilliant. So if you're teetotal, then you've got to drink like double the amount of water. Because then you'll get the same like giddy sense that we all get, except yours will be, God, I really need a piss. So... That's definitely an option still. Still Marine, so I say closer to Dracula. Okay. What, Luke... shit, I can't remember his surname. The guy that played Dracula and Dracula Untold. And was obviously in the... Fast and Furious film. Put in bluish skin, but then cake the face in glitter. Brilliant. That's not happening. Right. Let's have a look at just some reference material for some Blood Angels Space Marines. Blood Angels. No helmet. So that's quite pretty. Quite pretty. Very tanned. There's the old version of Eradicators. Also tanned. Let's look for just artwork. So no helmet. Here we go. Loads of pics. Kind of normal tanned man. Looks like some quality Chadian flesh tone. Definitely got a tan. Luke Evans, thank you. Paint his face like Mr. Blobby. Hell no. This is one of my favourite... this was a White Dwarf cover in, I think, that either late 80s or early 90s. That picture's that old. It looks like it's been CGI'd. It's fucking immense. I absolutely love that pic. Tony Montana is actually a Dark Angel Space Marine. He does look a lot like Tony Montana. So again, we're looking relatively tanned dudes. Nothing kind of pale and pasty. Drunk Mystic! Thank you very much for that host, dude. Plasma Barrel looks drilled. That one looks glowing. So, let's get some Bugman's Glow, some Chadian flesh tone, and some sickly skin. And then we'll push some paint around on the face for a bit. James, how you doing, bro? We've had a bit of a day, so we're not working on Lenny. Not today. I've done work on Lenny today. I just haven't got to the stage where we can start painting it on stream. So it is what it is. We also haven't had dinner, so we've got a lovely box of sugar snap peas to eat. Instead of like chicken and vegetables and things, we've just got green things. Right. Let's block all this in. And then we will paint all the bits around it. Maybe a lot of silver. He's got a bionic eye and everything. Where's his nose? Okay, so his nose is underneath the helmet bit. There's lots of random shit here. Sat on my ass waiting for the airbrush cleaner fumes to dissipate. Brilliant. Why do you use airbrush cleaner? Because I don't. I just use water. Alright, get some gunmetal. Dark tone. That'll be it for now. Greasy KFC. Whoa. Oh, fair enough, dude. Hungry but haven't really eaten all week. If you ate, you wouldn't be so weak. And that, Gumbelina, that is a pun worthy of you. You deserve that one. It's all yours. Right, that bit there is going to be red. That looks a little bit too much like... I mean, it isn't the front plate of the face mask, but it looks just enough like that that I want that to be red. Fair enough, James. I've never eaten a Five Guys. Is it any good? I mean, I know they're all over the place now, and obviously they're a big American chain. So, chances are reasonable that they do a decent burger, but are they actually good? I feel like a proud father being roasted like that. It's good in the USA. Okay. Expensive, but worth it. See, I'm fine with paying for food. Like, quality food, no issue. Are they another one of those places that've got like a big secret menu? A proper thick, tasty burger. Fair. Expensive, and the chips beat all fast food hands down. Really? Really? Tilt, so I don't know if you've got a Simpsons in Cheltenham, but we've got one up here. Anyone else got a Simpsons fish and chips? Because they're chips. Hot damn. Five is amazing, but you can get unlucky. Center branches are below par. When it's good, it's incredible. Wow, okay, that's an endorsement. Like, everyone can understand every now and again you get a meal that just isn't quite great. But if it's a good day, it's incredible, or not. When it's good, it's good. That's a decent shout out for it. I'm using the zoom and enhance function on the screen here to be sure that I've managed to get all of this pipe blocked in silver. And then just gonna do a little silver dot there at the side as well. Obviously this guy's got some I forgot what they're called, service studs. You've been a space marine for ages. Here you go. Kapow! Put a nail in your face. Tell stream what you had in your milkshake when we went to Warhammer World. Wait, what? Vanilla peanut butter, chocolate malted milk, salted caramel, cherry, banana, Oreo. That's not a milkshake. That's like the vomit of an 8-year-old that went on a sugar binge. There's a Marino's Fish Bar, which is the best chips for what's local, but Derby has a fucking nice place that sold bad chips. Oh, I can't stand bad chips. Scrivo, what up, dude? Service studs. See, here. Bam. Legend. Right away. I turned down bacon, strawberry, and coffee, though. Those three things should not be mixed. They should not be mixed. I had a great smoothie this morning. Hey, Drunk Mystic. Thank you very much for that cheer, dude. Let's get some love in the stream for this guy. You eat Five Guys chips and don't agree with them beating McDonald's, Burger King, KFC hands down, I'll donate you 10 quid. That's a money where your mouth is kind of deal. That's exciting. Actually, I've just remembered this was here and I saw it out of the corner of my eye. What kind of magazines come wrapped in paper? Okay. Bobby's Burger Place sounds good, man. Porn. We've got solid vote for porn. Anyone else got any ideas what kinds used to find in the woods? Razmags. Des says Mortal Realms. Well, Des is correct. It's not a Death Watch Codex. It is Mortal Realms. And I have no idea what this guy's called. But it could be Reichner the Grimhaler. So it's a hard wank. Yeah, it definitely is. So this is the Sigma Ghost Dude on Winged Horse that looks really cool. And he's on the current issue of Mortal Realms, which is number 48. Yes, number 48. 8 quid. 8 quid. Can't argue with that. That's pretty fucking banging. So that one is going to be put into the pool of minis chosen for a giveaway at some point. Tilts, no, it was just Conquest, and there will be another one. That's been leaked a little bit. 2 weeks ago is that. Oh, well, I've only just got it from Forbidden Planet. I ordered it, pre-ordered it, fucking 2 months ago? Maybe more? Des told me about it. And I was like, you know what? That's a damn cool mini. £8, can't go wrong. We're having him. Did I collect Judge Dredd comic books back in the day? I read a couple, but I didn't collect them. We didn't have anyone that sold them. Had plenty of things like Spider-Man and stuff like that, though. Which is where a lot of my childhood went, was reading things like Spider-Man and X-Men and so on. Alright, put way too much ink there, so let's just pop in and remove that. And that's why we're doing all the wash stage before we've done any more to the face. Okay? I want to be sure that we're only hitting these areas. We can come back in that Bugman's Glow, clear that out. Scrivo getting his sub on 9 months. Are you interested in Wolverine #1? I'm extremely interested in Wolverine #1. So interested, in fact, that it's one of the few valuable possessions that I have stored upstairs. It's I won't say it's mint condition, because I know now there's those places you can send books off to, and they'll be like valued at like a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being unbelievably perfect. Mine will not be at 10, almost certainly, but it's probably a 9 point something. And I bought it from a car boot sale for the princely sum of 75 pence. 75 pence. Not bad. Not bad. Have no idea what it's worth these days. Scrivo. Maybe. Maybe. Tell everyone about your comic book. Fair. Ever seen a real Amazing Spider-Man #1? No. Because, for the most part, I live in the UK. And there was never really, when I was a kid, that sort of collectionist thing about comic books. And also, a lot of our comic books were reprints of US books. So, there was a company, I've forgotten who it was, but they would take 3 comic books from the US and put them into one comic book over here. And say it was like X-Men, you get 2 current issues of the X-Men, and then you get like an old version, like an old story. Panini, fucking hell, Scrivo, the font of all knowledge. This is what happens, everyone, when you don't have multiple concussions. You can remember things. So, I used to buy those, and of course they're worth absolutely fuck all. Used to need a biz. Well, that does help. Get old insider knowledge going on. I used to be in the bin, I think. Yeah. Right, got that Chadian flesh tone. The most Chadian of all flesh tones. And start mixing this in with our Bugman's Glow. And we'll start creating a blend. Working this flesh tone up. Icelander14, thank you for the follow. Following you today, multiple concussions. Well, I wasn't today. That's why I'm poor. Brilliant. I gave away probably 1,000 comic books. Tilts, there's one that there's been like some fairly interesting rumors about on the internet. But I have no concrete information about it whatsoever. So, no real news. Right, so we're working everything apart from the absolute deepest recesses. So we're going to leave that temple, just that tiny bit there, absolutely like back at Bugman's Glow. The very edge of the skin that leads into the helmet, these pipes, this bionic eye, all that sort of stuff, we'll leave, just Bugman's Glow. Pretty much everything else is going to get painted, and that includes all these little wrinkles in his forehead up here. We're not yet at the stage where we want to be making too much of a feature out of those. Otherwise, there was something that's really, really dark here. And even me, and I've got a very pronounced, like, forehead bump here above my eyes. Like, there's not a massive amount of shadow there, but there would be a lot more shadow at my temples, obviously underneath my chin, not that we've got to worry about that on this miniature, and those sorts of places. So don't worry too much about making those super, super, super dark. Make sure you're working quite thin. Who painted the Space Hulk minis? I've painted a lot of Genius Dealers, and I've painted a lot of Terminators. And I've probably painted some Genius Dealers and some Terminator. In fact, I know I've painted some Genius Dealers from the really, really old Space Hulk. Because I had some of those when they were on like dark blue plastic. I know I've painted some of those. But that's about it. I haven't painted anything from the newer Space Hulks or anything similar. There you go. So a couple of coats of that down. We start working up from there. Dead Link now that YouTube has a video about it. Thought so. Warhammer Imperium. That's the one. That's the one. Seen the Warhammer Quest minis. Yes, I did. And if I'm honest, I'm really glad they're not pirates. Because I'm in various Warhammer chats, and there's somebody in a Warhammer chat that I'm in that was... He's a bit preachy. I'm sure he's a lovely bloke, but in an anonymous-ish chat on the internet, it comes out a bit the other way. But he went on for fucking ages about how he knows there are Warhammer pirates, that are zombie pirates being released. And then the lady with bats in her hair got teased, and he was like, see, told you, Warhammer pirates. And I'm looking at it like, that looks nothing like a fucking pirate. No. Whatever. And so, when these skeletons got teased, and they look a lot more like City Guard, and they look just like City Guard from any kind of fantasy film. They definitely don't look like zombie pirates, so. Anyway, Scribbo, just quickly, sorry mate. When's your next stream? What's your stream schedule like at the moment? Keep trying to tune into them. So we keep missing it. Alright, so we're just working up a little bit more Cadian flesh tone each time at the moment. Monday to Friday, 2 till 4. Cool. Cool. There you go, guys. If you're free during those times, then tune in. You can see at the top of the head, which is basically all we've really got on this mini, we're building up those layers of a brighter flesh tone. Got a bold ass head. Find out what a tacit is. Do an infographic of armor elements names tomorrow. Okay. Okay. When you say armor, are we talking like knights in armor, or are we talking these? Because there's quite a lot of elements to this that I'm like, we make up names for. Is this just ribbing? Like, these would be useful things to know. Right, now we're mixing in some sickly skin from P3, and I fucking love this color. Everyone should have this. It's such a strong utility color. It's brilliant. Gets used in so many projects. Red and black. Oh yeah. Everyone, this is Wraith. He's the guy I'm doing this commission for. You liking it so far, dude? Happy with everything? Let's grab that Honor Guard Sergeant one more time. I love the red on that fucking helmet. It just looks epic. Touches the plates on the thighs, hanging on the belt. Oh my god! That's what they are. The extra leg armor that isn't on this guy. These bits. That's a tacit. Now we know. Now we know. I thought he was just really, really into touch football at one point in his life. And was like, well, you know, we normally wear tea towels on our legs, but chef won't let me have them, and so instead I've just got this piece of metal that I welded in place. Mind blown. I know, man. I know. Totally. Now, I know that the stream is going to remember that a lot more than I am. Which is good. So. Alright, you see that's very bright now as soon as we've added in that sickly skin. And look at all of these details here. Now is the time to start picking these out. Toony Sprues, I'm going to try to. But like I just said, I'm going to forget it. And so I'm going to have you guys helping me learn armor plate names during our painting lessons. Okay, so now I'm getting those little bits of detail pulled out. Just got to do another highlight or two on that. We've got a bit of a divide currently between his forehead and the rest of his face. So let's continue building the highlights on these. So it's not such a stark contrast. That's better. Keep going up with some sickly skin. It's such an easy way of painting flesh, this. 3 colours. You get a solid, very human-like flesh tone. He will forget it and call them tassels. Fuck yeah. How thin is my paint right now? I'll tell you what, you tell me. So bear in mind, what we normally do is we will thin out the last bit that we've used. Then when we add more paint to it, obviously the ratio goes back to being thick again. So we've got some slightly thicker paint here. You can see that we're getting easy paint pickup on the brush without changing that shape. Glitchy Arrow, thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. So let's get in on the eyebrows now. Again, some of these wrinkles in the forehead. Start blending that out again, so we've got another bright area on the pate, I believe. This is the pate. Seems we're getting all technical termy tonight. I might be wrong, but I think this is the pate and that's the crown. Some would call it a forehead. Some would call it a five head. He's a bit of a meathead. It's an iPad's reference on Discard for you. Oh, mate. I can't watch that. I'd have nothing to... No, I have to watch John's stream tomorrow and find him out. However, I really appreciate that. Lego head. Fucking close too. He's got no Lego hair. I used to work with someone that I swore had Lego hair. You know that? Very iconic. Sorry, I had to concentrate. A very iconic, like side parting but slightly bouffant kind of hair. When I finish my infographic, I'll post him with a stick on the wall. Dude, that'd be sick AF. I think the thing I hate most about Death Guys are rivets that are clearly there, but just kind of taper off into nothing with a barely definable shape. Add some rust and you're done. That's realism right there, man. Right, now I'm going to take some of that last flesh colour, turn that into a glaze. So obviously now we're really thin. And glaze this forward a little bit to help stop any real sense of separation on the head there. Why do you always work your brush in one direction when glazing? Chat, tell me now. There's a reason, and most of you know this. And if you don't, you bloody should do. Why? Why does this happen? Because I'm lazy. I mean, no. Pigment always at the end. Absolutely. And a lot of people say, you know, brush it towards the brightest point. Brush it towards the darkest point. What do we say instead? What's the rule that we go by? I'm never getting through this whole box of fucking sugar snap peas. Not quite drunk mistake. Team Spruce, absolutely right answer. Should break my fingers if you do. I mean, unlikely. Not to say impossible, but the rule is you brush from the point of least impact on the model. Des has got it to the point of most impact on the model. So it doesn't matter if you're doing a highlight or a shadow, the rule is still correct. We do it right down to the core of why we use the rule. Then we create the rule from it. Least impact to most impact. That is the way. So now what we do, grab a little bit of brown. Let's use Battlefield brown. And do the recess around his eye. We're probably not painting eyeballs on this guy. But we'll see how we go. Des, you're in no way, shape or form the teacher's pet, but thank you very much for that apple you left out. The Space Marine not have hair on her eyebrow line. I always wondered that. He's holding a fucking melter gun. Like, you know, singed. How would you put together a model and end up not having all the pieces lined up correctly? I'm going to say extremely rarely, because I dry fit everything. That's one of the best things about this particular kind of plastic cement. This is extra thin Tamiya. So what this really means is you put the parts together and then you brush that along the joint line and it seeps into the joint and then causes that chemical bond. So that definitely helps out and helps stop that. Oh dear. I've had it happen on minis that have been painted in sub-assemblies, because there's not a lot that you can do to stop that. Sometimes that's just what happens. And it's super unfortunate when it does, especially when it happens to something like, say, the Silent King. Because that's a big old centerpiece mini. Oh shit. Do you know why? I mean, not to point fingers, but was everything cleaned off? Like no like bits of flash or anything like that on the mini? I'm just trying to rule out it maybe being something that hasn't been a fault of Games Workshop's molding process or similar. Alright, there we go. One Space Marine bald ass head. We're not done. The Necron Warrior kit. The current one is okay. The old one was horrible. Get all these extra metal bits that he's got on his head picked out. Then we're going to do some irritated skin around them. Help them stand out a little bit. This is why he's got no eyebrows. He's got fucking nails in his head. Me fell English? That's impossible. Well done, Ralph Wiggum. We love you. There you go. Yeah, I get it. It might be that the mold wasn't great, because sometimes you do end up with something that's slightly warped. It doesn't happen so often now, but it's one of those things. It's like, I've still got some crons to put together. This has not left the fucking cellophane yet. I really want to paint it, but that's going in the Chronothon, which is at the end of the month, not week. End of the month. Definitely didn't say end of the week. End of the month. Ventress, how you doing, bro? Alright, just going to pop a little bit of dark tone on top of these. Just to darken that down a touch. Not worried about creating a bit of separation between these and the mini itself, though. No issues there. We're going to use some red for that. Get the popcorn. Fuck right off. Ollie Quickfire, cheers for the follow. Welcome. We need those. Some red paint. Boom. Kettle red. One of P3's best colours. Hands down. I'm going to turn this into a glaze. So, tiny bit of paint. Loads of water. And then take all of that off your brush. Clean your brush. Comradson! What up, bro? And then take your time. Again, paint towards point of most impact, away from the point of least impact, and we'll need several glazes. What we don't want is a big red spot. Looks like a teenager with a zip. We don't want that at all. What we do want is just a little bit of just mildly irritated skin or old scar tissue. So here, along the bionic eye that he's got, we'll carry on glazing that in just around the edges here. And this is going to have almost no effect on this dark silver that we've got on there, that gunmetal. But it will have quite an effect on the brighter skin tones that we've got. Can't flood the area. Just work slowly. Take your time. One of the best things about glazes is that they have a very, very, very short work time. Because your paint is basically water which evaporates faster than acrylic medium. Once it's on the model, especially in the very small quantities that we're putting it on there, it's almost instantly dry. Maybe a second or two and you're good to go back over again. So you can already see there's just a little bit of pink. You can't quite see it on cam. Let's play with the exposure just a touch, just in case that helps you out. Wrong way. Nope, not at all, in fact. But I can see it just starting to form here. So again, we'll keep brushing that on. Now, if you wanted to make a bruised bit of flesh, after you've done this with a red, you go on with some purple. Just get right in close. That would help. Yeah, you really can't see that. That's annoying. Ah, there you go. Just if we take away some of that light, let me pop this up to the other side of the color spectrum. Let's try dimming it a touch. Try turning it off. Wow, that looks really, really stark, but you can now see that little bit of red in there. Jaeger, you take care, bro. Thanks for dropping by this evening. Epic Ants, how's it going? Do some Blood Angels today. But now you can see, God, I can't see it, but you can see it. Let's take a little bit more of that red to try and create a gradient. Fuck, I'm gonna have to use the camera to paint by. So just trying to go right around that little dot. I'm just going to thicken the glaze ever so slightly with a bit more red. And that's just going to give me a little extra bit of control over it. And yeah, just to get around those two service studs. See, easy. Only takes maybe a minute. Yeah, nothing mad. But you can see it gives a very different and new dimension to that face. Gives it another bit of interest. If you just paint the studs silver, which is what you see a lot, or even some people just sort of put their brightest flesh highlight on there as if it's like a wart or something similar, then you're losing the opportunity to give your mini a little bit more personality and a little bit more detail. And as you see, the whole process doesn't take long at all. But now that looks like this guy's been through the wars a bit. He's had a bit of a pasting. So you just file them off. I've seen that done a lot as well. Yeah. I have to put this light back on. But yeah, now I can paint. But you can just about see it now in these lights. Certainly now you knew it was there. That part's in. Next, though, we need to get some purple, except I'm not going to get some purple because that's behind me on the shelf, and I'm too lazy for that shit. But I've got some blue on my palette, and I've got some red on my palette. And so I'm going to make some purple quick. Yeti Boss, cheers for that follow. Welcome to the stream, bro. Bone into there. There we go. We've got a nice lilac. Leave helmets on. Yeah, I can't see me having any Marines with a non-helmeted head in this entire army that I'm planning for myself. I just don't understand it. Why the fuck would you go into battle somewhere that you know is full of guns without your fucking lid on? Just why? There's no reason for it. So just got a little bit of purple in here. We're just looking to just hit these little creases like crow's feet around his eye. And again, you can't really see it there. Wrong way. Turn that off. Just see that little bit of impact that's had. Not a lot, but again, just like 3 brush strokes and done. So, because it's badass. I mean, it is, but it's just not for me. Not for me. It does look cool. Right, we've got half an hour left in the stream. We've done this guy's head. Let's see if we can do something else fun. What else could be fun? That I want to save for stream. What do I? Do I really? We could do this cloud grenade because that's fun, right? Started putting together a list of factions for Comet Patrol giveaway. Do you want to post it in? Yeah, I'll tell you what. Fire it over there now, and we'll have a quick look. That'd be cool. So what Des is talking about, that you guys may not know if you're new to the stream or not, is on our stream's birthday, which is the last weekend of April, the 24th and 25th. The 25th is the actual stream birthday. Surprising, I can remember the stream birthday. I have no idea where my other half is. Bonfire night. There you go. There you go. Bonfire night. See, I knew it. Last year, we gave away a Chaos Knight. It wasn't this. This is a Kaitan. It's different. But he is down here in this display every now and again. It's a blue and white World Eaters of Khorne, old school styley Chaos Knight. That went to Mr. Nick McDade, and we raffled it off. We also gave away so much. Painting lessons. We gave away a complete knight kit, including the base knight. So someone else to do their own version of it. That was a hell of a prize. A Titanic kit from GW, loads. So much got given away. It was fucking amazing. We had other communities donating stuff. SN, Hellstorm, Amsterdam Battle Brothers. You know, so many people. That was him, Thranos, Breaker of Stars. Giving that away. It was epic. This year, I decided that rather than do a giveaway of one big beastie that someone may or may not be able to use. Like, that knight has sat in Nick's cabinet and not seen a tabletop, not that he could right now anyway, since he won it. Oh, come on, camera. Focus. Focus on writing. Go on, there's writing. Go on, do it. Do it. Do it. You bastard. Go on. Writing. No, it's not going to do it. Damn it! There he is. Why I decided not to focus again, I have no idea. You airbrush your models as a base with shade layer, or how you get into the point of the Marines. Druppy403, thank you for the follow and for the question. I will answer it a week tomorrow when the video how to paint Blood Angels up to this stage gets put on YouTube. So !YouTube for a link to the channel. Go and subscribe there. Turn on notifications and all that, and you will find out. But it will be next Friday at 10 a.m. So, back to the topic at hand. We will be painting a start of somebody's army and giving them the army. So what we'll need from the stream, and we'll start putting some polls up towards the end of this month. Probably the Necronathon weekend will be the weekend we decide what army we're going to paint. That's Theranos. That was the last big giveaway for the birthday. What we will probably do is put up a series of polls that gets to that point. Now, we need to know what army to start with. A combat patrol is a really good point, but not every army has a combat patrol. And so we need to sort of come up with some lists of stuff that we can buy, paint, and then raffle off on that birthday weekend. It's going to be fucking great. I can't wait. 48 hours to paint probably somewhere in a region of like 800 to 1,000-ish points. Now, there are some caveats to it. We're not going to do the start of a Horde army, so I'm not going to do 90 Orc boys and then some characters, because A, I don't have time to buy, to assemble all of that. That's quite a hell of a cost in boys. It's what, 30 quid for 10 boys? So that's 9 times that. That's 300 quid's worth of boys. That's not on the cards. But we'll find a way of making sure you have the beginnings of an army. And so let's have a look in the mod channel in Discord, where Des just put that down. I think we can do better than that. I think we could do every faction. Like, we can find a way of doing each faction direct. Sergeant Rolf, that's a good idea. I've played in the Highlander event. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. But the whole point of this is to have someone with a fully functioning army. It's just the start of it at the end. So Highlander could work. But we'll see. Alright, this is grey. I want to do a blue-grey smoke. A lot of the armor we've got here is very vivid red, very warm colours. Let's try and do a cold grey-blue. Let's try it with that as a start. And some of that. Where's the poll? It's nowhere yet. It's nowhere yet. It's going to be probably done over the Necronathon weekend, like I said. So it's going to be a fun stream. It's going to be a great way to market what's happening. So, you know what? This is my last one. I'm fucking bored of eating these now. Alright. That's it. That's my dinner. Finally finished it. 5 to 11. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. What I need from you guys is some ideas that Des can record for what we should put up for grabs. Hextosis! Thank you very much for that sub. welcome to the channel. Much appreciated. So, start coming up with some small army lists. So think combat patrol size. And we're good. The issue with giving them a monetary target, that's a good idea. The issue is, someone's going to go, oh, but it's only this much on eBay. Also, Hextosis. I've got a feeling it wasn't the last stream. It was one of the streams we did on Call, where I literally did it on stream to put this in a bottle. So that puts it probably Call part 1, maybe part 2. And it was right at the start of the stream. Well, enjoy the content? Well, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. Let's get some love in the stream for our latest subscriber, Hextosis. Proper welcome to the channel. Right, so we've got now a black-blue. It's going to give us a nice contrast against the warmth of our red. Remember, there's loads of different ways you can create contrast. Light and dark. Hot and cold. Different hues. It's going to hit 2 of those different contrasts. Think of it as 1 or 2 troops, an elite or fast attack, etc. and a HQ. Yeah, maybe that's the best way of looking at it. But what I don't want to see out of that is, alright, 60 boys, Gazgol, Makari, and 10 Mega Knobs and a Dreadnought. Because that's not going to happen. So, oh, I've got a really itchy ankle. I guess Custodians are out. Custodians could be done. I would rather do something that's quality as well than here's 60 figures that are all painted kind of shit. I tried someone went, my god, here's this little part of an army that I've got from Jay, and look at it, it's banging. That's where I'd rather be with it. So that's kind of what we're hoping to get towards. So start having to think, guys. Come up with some like little army lists. They don't have to make sense in points. They don't necessarily have to be a legal detachment, but it would be better if they were. But I'm thinking 1 or 2 units of paints. Jay Stewart, thank you very much, dude. I'm so glad you've enjoyed the stream. Thanks for joining in. We'll see you again soon. Yeah, 1 or 2 units of troops, an HQ, and then an elite, or a fast attack, or a heavy support, or a transport. Yeah, something like that. That'd be cool. I want you to know the start of February, sorry, the end of February, really is what we're going to be painting. So I can source it, and while I'm sourcing it, we can find out how we're going to be painting it. So all of this is going to be done based on what the chat wants. It's your prize. It's not my prize. It's your prize. So you guys have to decide. Dominus, Skitari, and a Dune Crawler. That's just the AdMech start collecting, right? You can do better than that. Any idea how I should paint my Hellblasters out? Oh, kit my Hellblasters out. Rapid Fire. I still think Rapid Fire is the best one. Sisters of Battle could be very cool. They're a bit of an interesting mini to paint as well. So I'd be down for that. Right, we're going to not highlight the bottom parts of this. The smirk. And we're just going to start working up gently towards that Administratum Grey to create a nice neutral grey highlight worked off of a blue-grey base. And all we're doing is mixing the Incubi Darkness in with Administratum Grey. One of my favourite greys. Farsight in the 8, get out. Yes or no to Forge World units? I'd rather not, but if someone can give me a really, really good reason as to why it's in a list, that'd be cool. I'll tell you what. Here's the best thing for us to do. Let's create a channel. And we will call it... Birthday... No, not birthday stream. That's like... Stream versary. Lists. Boom. So just created stream anniversary lists. Yes, I ignore the spelling. I don't care. It's probably meant to be an I. Stream anniversary lists. So in there, go and put down some ideas for lists. A Leviathan Dread is cool, but a Leviathan is like 90 quid. And then on top of that, so yeah, I'm okay with that. It's a possibility, but it's by no means a certainty. I'm down with this being a hefty giveaway. Really, really am. But you'd have to really sell me on the list, man. So, there you go. We're looking... I'll put some like guidelines, some rules in there for how to contribute. Rates like, here's the extra Blood Angels that I want to try and win. Asterion Moloch made a custode nervous. Brilliant. Tilts, get out. I have 2 and 1 I've converted for Death Guard. I've painted 3. Thought we were supplying the models. No. No, this is for the stream birthday prize, man. It's all on me. Right, mix in a little bit more Administratum. And we'll keep these highlights rolling. So Wraith, like, I think someone in the chat said, oh, just put down a quick description of what we were talking about. Good man. So have a think. Think about armies that you've maybe always wanted to own. Like Harlequins. Most people are like, oh, fuck painting Harlequins. Never going to buy a Harlequins army. But always secretly wanted a Harlequins army. Or like, oh god, I hate painting Eldar. Or I hate painting Tau. But they kind of want that army. So... but too many sprues, honestly, the rapid fire ones I think are probably the best. Because they're strength 7 base, they can go up to strength 8, which is a really good like hitting point. They're -4, they've got decent range. I think they're the best. The heavy ones are terrible, like just flat out terrible. I can't even think of a use case for them. More Administratum. So I've lost any idea on building list, yeah. If you go heavy, then turn 1 with Imperial Fists will be damage 3 normal, damage 4 supercharge. Yeah, but easy for Brent to keep out of the way of. Is AOS also able to choose from? No. No. I don't play Age of Sigmar. I've got nothing against the game. but I am a 40k player, and the main reason why I don't want to do Sigma is because this is the stream's celebration, and almost everything we do on the stream is 40k. There's been the odd Sigma money, blah 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 blah. That. There's been the odd Sigma or Warcry mini that we've done, but not a lot of them. And so, as a consequence, I'd rather stick to 40k because I love 40k. Warboss 20 boys, 3 to 4 knobs on bike. 20 boys. That makes it tough for a weekend to get the quality out, obviously. But it's there. It's an option. Get your listen. You can just paint me a Mortarion as Death Guard style when I win. No. Wraith, no. We will get the army done in that time. But I would rather paint an army that is of a high quality than an army that is just as of a high quantity. Deck Flow! How you doing, bro? Let's get some welcome in the chat for our fellow streamer. How's it going, champ? You had a good day? Good stream? What were you doing? Tell us all about your stream. Bam bam, here we are, he says. Red Neo 51. Thank you for the follow. Let's get a shout out, please, for Deck Flow. And if you guys aren't already following them, why not? Why not? Get on it. Follows are free. Key Mama, thank you for the follow. So we've been working tonight on a little bit of this Blood Angels commission. We were going to do some work on Lenny, which is Abominant Diorama. But I've had a bit of a day and it just isn't happening. Good. How do I say that? Briuk Inisan. How badly was I wrong? Because I think a lot, maybe. Thank you for the follow. If I've totally butchered your name, you can unfollow. That it's okay. It was really close. God damn. I can live with that. I can live with that. Very lucrative finish. 20 Melusai, Marathi, and the 3 hunters of Lord of the Rings, and attacking Merry and Eowyn. I understood all of the words, and unfortunately not what they meant. But sounds like a cool stream. Marathi is a very cool mini. That's the big snake woman, right? I think she looks sick AF. I love the Sigmar centerpiece models. I really, really do. Ariel is one of my favorite minis that they've ever made. Archaon looks like a boss. The Leviathan is one of those minis that I really, 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 really want to paint. And at some point, I'll cut someone a good price on a commission for it just to be sure I get to paint it. But that won't be soon, I don't think. It certainly won't be till the end of this year at best. The Custodies commission that I've got coming in the next few months has just grown. If I can fit it in, and I'm not sure I can, you might have to wait till after. He wants me to do another 10 Sagittarium Guard, and they're great, and they're not too bad to paint, but I don't know. Right, just mixing in some Sickly Skin now. This is how good that paint is as a utility paint. We've just used it to paint this guy's face. Now using it to paint Smoke. Everyone needs this paint. P3, Sickly Skin, get on it. So now I just highlight in the top parts of all this smoke. Taking that warm grey that we've got from the inclusion of the bluish base, that Incubi darkness, up to a much more neutral, cold grey now. This is a fun thing to do. Cheers for the stream, as always, bud. Bedtime for me. Catch you next one. You will, bro. Take care. Take care. See you on Saturday. X-Adventure going well. Now, in fact, you know what? It's 10 past 11. We're going into whip soon. Oh. My God, that tastes like apples. Like super sugary candy apples, like those horrid things that you get that are an absolutely awful apple covered in that nasty red sugar in October. That's what that tastes like. So good. So good! Aggravation, thanks for reading. Love your work. Cheers, man. That's really nice of you to say. Thank you. Playing around, magnetizing a few marines and playing on my new basing materials from Rival Crafts. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, you guys got properly on the Rival Crafts train last month. Towards the end of the month, I was getting 2 or 3 emails a day from Sarah with affiliate purchases. So thank you very much to everyone that bought some Rival Craft stuff through the affiliate link on the stream. !Rival or !Tufts. Really appreciate it. It helps us out. More importantly, though, it helps you out because you've got some really good basing stuff. And it helps Sarah out. And we should all be supporting our local businesses if we can. Especially at the moment we're in right now. So there's our smoke. We've gone from super dark all the way up to super light. Easy. Super easy. Don't need an airbrush for things like this. This is a piece of piss. Glazing. Keep your paint thin. Just gonna go one more because why not? And then we're going into the whip. So ! Whip. So just working on the very upper parts of all of that, and we're done. So we've now got a very cool blue-grey to go alongside our super, super hot, vibrant red. Loving it. To give you an idea of what the red looks like once it's had the final bits and pieces done to it, that is the red we're working towards on all of this commission. And if you'd like to know how to paint that red, !YouTube, right down here. That video is going to go up on Friday next week. But there's that beautiful blue grey against that red. Fantastic. The week after, over on Patreon, will be the guide on how to get your Blood Angels from that point to a finished product. So, going to be a fun video, that one. Tomorrow, over on Patreon, we've got 2 things going up. The first one is a video for how to do realistic weathering and grime. If anyone has seen this video, which was over on YouTube last Friday, how to paint anime robot faces, because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? The video on Patreon tomorrow is how to do the rest of that mini. Not the chipping, that was covered in the previous Patreon video, but how to get the rest of that mini with that streaking, dirty grime, make it look really realistic, and absolutely spot on the money. So that's a fun one. We've also got the written version for weekly readers on how to do the anime robot faces, as well as that broken glass effect. There you go. But it is time. Oh, here we go. Des is writing some lists, so I can see where this is going to go for the next. Like, this is going to be everyone's fucking Battle Scribe wish list right here in Discord. It's going to be great. Really looking forward to this. Tell you what, if you like a list, and why not? Penitent Engine is in the list. Meep it. If you like a list, give it a meep. Can you double react? No, it doesn't count it. Oh, brilliant. So now we're going to know which list is the best list by the number of meeps it gets given. So if you like a list, meep it. So you got Junith, we've got Junith. Fuck, I don't know. We've got a squad of Battle Sisters, Penitent Engine, and some multi-melter heavy bolter ladies. Do you get all that in one set? Like the 2 heavy bolters, 2 multi-melters? Because if that's 2 sets, then we might try and work something else out around it. G's to the Colts. A Primus. I mean, I think you misspelled Patriarch. But okay. Some hybrids. Some aberrants. A Calamorph! Oh, add some bikes. That's worthy of a meep. That's a cool list. Needs more hybrids. It's a cool list. But we'll get some commands up. We'll get a post up on Instagram advertising that. Say that again about the meeps. No, Nick. Just go to Discord and react to the post with a meep. That is the Streamiversary Lists channel we've got set just for it. Right, this is Two Christ and More's Talarn Ogrin. You want some critique about this? This looks cool. This looks very cool. He's very shiny in places at the moment. I would definitely matte varnish that down, but that's my style, not necessarily yours. Exploding Fruit coming in over on Patreon. Joining now, that's the video viewer. He's going to get to see that video tomorrow. All about how to create a realistic streaking grind. Good for you, bro. Still a whip? Absolutely, dude. I got that. Yeah, I like it. I like the kind of Lawrence of Arabia sash kind of thing you got going on. The color scheme, I'm not going to lie to you, mate. I'm not 100% sold on it. I love the light blue you've got up here. But you've gone with kind of a yellowy orange next to a purpley pink. And he looks more like he would be in Street Fighter than in an armed force. And if that's the look you're going for, then you fucking nailed it. And there's nothing wrong with that look. I mean, that's my logo. So, like, I can't fault you for it at all. But he's very, very cartoonish so far. I love this bit up here. That desaturated blue-white looks epic. Let's look at the other picks and see what we've got. Or other pick, at least. Buttshot. See, from this angle, he looks like he belongs in Dragon Ball Z. And again, if that's what you're going for, more power to you. You've smashed it. If it's not, then either adjust your paint scheme or adjust your approach to it. So if it's not what you're going for, but you like it, lean into it. If it's not, move away from it a little bit. Conversion works great. Should I skip purple? You could, but what would you use? I'd avoid browns, too neutral. I'd definitely avoid greens, like the plague. Black would give you, like, the Talarn Wasp men. So mini go on Kickstarter next week. Oh, sweet, dude. Well, in that case, maybe leave it the color scheme that you've got, because if this is an advert for something, then having that super high contrast will make it stand out. Boomstick Man 95, thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's decent. You need to change the skin tone on the arm a little bit, brighten that up to give it some more separation. But maybe because it's going to be for an advert for something, you leave it this super vibrant color that you've got. An alternative, it's really got to be the purple that goes. The tan yellow, the orangey part of it is fine. But if you wanted to get rid of the cartoon look, take the purple away. And you could go with a really dark red. That would work, like a burgundy. Not so much on the purple side, but more like real dark red. If you took the pink out and you made it a very, very dark purple with the highest highlight being the base color that you've used, that would work. But it would be very striking at that point, because you've gone from just a color contrast to also a value contrast as well. So the separation becomes even further. So it's tricky, but I think if you wanted to change it, you could. You've got the time. Jay Butterworth is working on... What is it with the small photos? Please tell me that's not a lot of sculpted green stuff. Have you basically sculpted most of that Marine's lower body? Interesting. So we've got a big old spear and then some kind of hand-held flamer. No green stuff. Okay, cool. In that case then, mate, you could do it a little bit of green stuff because some of that is quite rough. Like belt buckle especially, maybe just sort of tweak that a little bit. What is it I'm actually looking at? What's the deal with this? This looks like a converted captain of some description. Vulcan. Gotcha. Okay. Like Primaris Vulcan Hestan. Nice, dude. Okay, looks good. Like I said, I'd go in and just some of the like elements around the waist there, I'd smooth out a little bit. But otherwise, yeah, this could look cool. Shame there's some fine cast bits there, though. Ugh. It's right there. Sorry, Bo. Sorry. Right, Admiral Ants. Might not be able to make it to the stream today, but here are a few more Plague Marines that I'm working on. Nice. We saw these last time. And these are looking great, mate. Nice work on that metallic. I like the sword, but I'm not super sold on it because it's too different to the rest of what you've got. I think it's too dark. Just raise the red just a little bit more on it, help it sort of come in together. Spellcrow tabard to go on the waist. Nice. I do like Spellcrow. They got some good stuff. But good work on him. Let's get the next guy with a Blight Launcher. Looking good, dude. Looking really solid. Love the metallic effect you've got there on the front of the gun. Yeah. And the last one. That is a grim looking shoulder pad. I don't want to know where the arm's been either. Again, very nice, mate. Very, very nice. Your style, everything is very soft. Looking, there's no super hard edges to it. It's really, really nice to see. The eyes on that shoulder pad definitely need something though. They're just kind of flat and lifeless right now. And I'm not entirely certain you've nailed the eyes for this guy, the glowing lenses I think you're going for. Tree 2PO. Ha ha ha. I get it. Cheers for the follow, man. Welcome. Essentially, everything looks good. Do some work on the eyes. of both this shoulder pad and his face, and brighten that sword just a little bit more. And the chains on his back. Okay. Drunk Mystic, Harvest of Progress. I'm pretty happy so far. So the first time I saw this, I thought it was a Mauler Fiend. And it isn't. It looks great. I think you've probably got about 1 million more highlights to do on this thing. There's so much detail there, mate. I love that whole thing with the bird and the dead bodies on the back. That's properly grim, but I love it. How bright do you want the bone at the finish? Because I think you go all the way up to a really bright bone on this. And it still have good separation from what's in the back there. That looks really good, by the way. I love that kind of reddish purple tone you've got on those. Very nice. Very, very nice. Keep going, man. It's looking great. Can't wait to see when he's finished. Doing an Eliminator with Las Fusel, trying to get a decent glow effect on it. Oof. Should have paid more attention when he calls green plasma glow. They're always up on YouTube, mate, the VODs. That's not a bad attempt. The coil itself looks good. The glow around the outside, less so. The first thing you need to know is you've approached this at the wrong time. You need to get all of your highlights done everywhere else before you do any of this. So this then lays over those highlights when you put your glaze on. The last thing you want to do is lay down all this OSL, then come back in with some edge highlights or whatever, or some volumetric highlights, which would be even harder to cover up, and then redo your OSL. When you're glazing, Riccio Santi, this is for you specifically. When you're glazing, what is the rule that you follow? Where does your brush stroke start and finish? Talked about this earlier on. We've demonstrated it earlier on. How does it work? Martin Thunder! Cheers for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It's a good attempt. The coils look fine. The outside bit, the hardest part, tough. Take care, man. We'll see you again, hopefully. The rest of the Eliminator getting a cloak ready for some terrain freehand, he says. That is a very interesting metallic green. Is that on all the armor? Yeah. Nice on the cloak. That's cool. Liking it. Place of most impact. So you start or you end your brushstroke, Timmy Spruce. Come on, the entire stream should know this. Cover it a lot. Your brushstrokes go from a place of least impact to the point of most impact. Every time. Still building this thing, but now I know how to do all the magnets. I magnetized the flight stand as it's a tad top heavy, as well as the wings to make transport easier. I magnetized the wings on one that I did as well. Hope to test Iowa tomorrow. I need to get my homework done for Sensei Mohawk. Hi. So let's see. Have you done the wings the same way I did? Yes and no. Yes and no. How much does it flap when you hold the bottom and do that? Because the one that I did was quite a lot. What I ended up doing was the little top turret. The bit behind that, I magnetized to the top of the wings. And I magnetized the wings the same way you did, but also that little triangular bit that flaps out, that sits on the side of the main hull of it, put magnets in there as well. So that just snapped in. And those I had to pad out with green stuff and then create a slight cuff around with green stuff to hold them in, because they would just fall in out every now and again. Too powerful. But But that whole thing, just like pop, 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 and it was done. Easy to assemble. I've done the same thing as you did with the outside of the las cannon / assault cannon turret as well. Top work. Top work. Right, Ventress. Still need to do some green stuff and deal with the base, but this is going to be my converted Sanguinor. Cute. Cute. Okay, so it's a Nightbringer body, some big ass wings, and a jump pack. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Sanguinary shoulder pads. Trying to see his legs. And are there legs? Malev. Malev's a good shout. Did we raid Malev last Thursday? I think we did. Because that may be somebody else. But you guys know I love Malev. He's a great dude. Let's look at the other pick. Butt shot. That's a hell of a jetpack. All the jetpack. Nice, dude. Tin can lids are very useful. Who knew? Yeah, man. Yeah. I just use small magnets, to be honest. Like some baby ones. But Peter! Working on 60 warriors. Got all the pre-shading done for the OSL on the guns. Nice. Nice. I have 20 more of these to do. Then I've got 80 of the damn things fully painted. Oi. Oi. Looking good though, man. Nice colour scheme. Last one, Air. Start the biggest model I've ever worked on. Oh. God. He was such a fucker to paint. Such a fucker to paint. Hope you're having fun. Really, really hope you're having fun. So quick. Cheers for the follow. Oh, hang on. What's going on in the background of this? Piece of advice. When it comes to the wings, now, before you even get to the stage of like being ready to glue them in, drill some lengthy holes. Get some brass rod in there, down the other way, and pin the wings to him, because the contact points are minuscule. Absolutely minuscule. They're such a bastard to put together. Crownblade says, new converted Cities of Sigmar Warcry Warband. What is this gimpy little dude? That's cute. That's cute. So guessing these are like average city folk? Like men-at-arms, that kind of thing. Was thinking to pin them, but we'll definitely do it now, mate. Honestly, the one I did for Ben when the mini came out, we reattached the wings twice. Yeah, do it now before you've got a load of paint on them. Not a fan. Looking good, dude. I like it. I like the sort of theme you've gone with. A little bit of blue, looks nice. What's the deal with those bases? Is there something wrong with the base? What's these, like, cuts in them? I love how that guy's got a candle on his shoulder. Well, what you could do is a little bit of OSL on that very shiny helmet he's got. Oh, they're Necromunda bases then. Right. Yeah, cute, man. Well done. Good stuff. Very good. Right, let's have a quick look at these other lists then. The Streamiversary lists. We've got some Eldar, Swooping Hawk Wings Autarch, some Dire Avengers, some Wraithblades, and a Falcon. You know what? That's a solid list. I can see myself painting that. More from Des. You said not all of them were yours. You were correct, but you feel a bit missold. Big Mech and Mega Armor or Shock Attack Gun. Either would be good. Some boys, some Mega Knobs, Death Dread, and Killer Cans. I think with the 10 Orc boys, that needs a truck as well. I think you should edit that post and put a truck in. That's a good list. Nice little starter. Heretic Astartes, Wordbearer. Pfeh. Pfeh. So we got Dark Apostle and a Master Possession. Chaos Space Marines, Aspiring Champion, Great Possessed, some Blitz and a Venom Crawler. I've actually got most of that. That would again be a fun one to do. Let's keep meet that up. And a truck! Boom. Got some good ones. Got some good ones. So, we'll do a bit more of a promotional post about that soon. But we've done a little bit of work on these Blood Angels tonight. Not this particular one. We did some work on the Eradicators. This guy's got his face painted in. Looking pretty damn cool. And we did this guy's Smoke Grenade. Because why not? And it was fun. Basically, that's it. That's it. So thank you to everyone who stuck around tonight. Let's go and find someone to raid. We've had somebody redeem some channel points to go and raid Malev. If you've got some channel points, exclamation point, I don't know how to use channel points, actually. There's a way. The thing is, we raided Malev frequently, and we raided them last Thursday as well. And so I don't want to raid him again because I'd rather sort of spread the love a little bit. Flickster is on. I like this dude. And he's painting a very, very cool looking orc. A very cool looking orc. So I'm kind of inclined to go over there. Look at the drill up melter. Yep. No worries. It'll happen, don't you worry. You know what? I think we're going to go to Flickster. This guy, we haven't raided him yet. He's hung out on the channel here before now. He's a good dude. I think that's where we're going. I just like drilling melters, have a microwave head, and you shouldn't be drilling my right. Say, Dean Mama and Papa, I am totally on board with you right now. But GW's new melters are all drilled. They're made without solid ends. So we're going to do it. I'm just going to do it. But I'm with you. I'm with you. Right. When we get over to Flickster, give this guy some love. Spam some emotes in the channel. Let everyone know where you've come from. Thank you very, very much for chilling out, and tuning in with me this evening. It's been a long ass day, guys. Peace.